Game of Thrones spin-off, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms gets a new release date, winter 2026. Excitement is building in the world of Westeros as Game of Thrones fans await the release of the next major spin-off series, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Recently, during Warner Bros. Discovery's WBD upfront presentation to advertisers in New York City, a significant update was revealed that has shifted the expected timeline for this much-anticipated show. A newly released trailer concluded with a title card clearly stating the series will premiere in 2026, marking a slight delay from the initially projected late 2025 release. This update caught many fans by surprise, as HBO executives had previously assured viewers that the series would air before the end of 2025. The announcement came alongside a statement from HBO's content chairman and CEO, Casey Bloys, who confirmed that the show is scheduled for a winter release, implying an early 2026 debut. While this postponement may disappoint some eager fans, it also allows the creative team to fine-tune the series to ensure it lives up to the high standards set by Game of Thrones and its successful prequel, House of the Dragon. About the series and its storyline. A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is adapted from George R.R. Martin's beloved novella The Hedge Knight, which is part of his Dunk and Egg Tales, a series of stories set about a century before the events of Game of Thrones. These tales explore the adventures of Ser Duncan the Tall, affectionately known as Dunk, and his young squire Egg, who eventually becomes a significant figure in Westerosi history. The show centers on the early exploits of these two unlikely heroes. Ser Duncan the Tall, portrayed by Peter Claffey, is a young and naive but brave knight whose journey through the realm brings him into contact with both great destinies and formidable foes. Alongside him is Egg, played by Dexter Soul Ansel, a diminutive yet clever squire who hides a remarkable secret that will have a profound impact on the future of the Seven Kingdoms. The full logline provided for the series reads, "A century before the events of Game of Thrones, two unlikely heroes wandered Westeros, a young, naive but courageous knight, Ser Duncan the Tall, and his diminutive squire Egg. Set in an age when the Targaryen line still holds the Iron Throne, and the memory of the last dragon has not yet passed from living memory, great destinies, powerful foes, and dangerous exploits all await these improbable and incomparable friends." This period in Westerosi history is a fascinating and rich backdrop, showcasing a time when dragons still soared over the land and the Targaryens ruled with an iron fist. Fans will get to witness a Westeros that is both familiar and strikingly different from what was seen in Game of Thrones, exploring new characters, politics, and conflicts that shaped the realm's history. Creative team behind the series. The involvement of George R.R. Martin in this project brings a layer of authenticity and depth to the series. Martin himself is serving as a writer and executive producer alongside Ira Parker, ensuring the adaptation remains true to the spirit of his original stories. This level of authorial involvement is something fans highly appreciate, especially given the complex and immersive world Martin has created. Additionally, the series benefits from the talents of Ryan Condal, who is not only the showrunner but also co-creator of the critically acclaimed House of the Dragon. His experience in bringing Martin's world to the screen is invaluable, and he is joined by executive producers Vince Girardes, Owen Harris, and Sarah Bradshaw. This powerhouse team is tasked with weaving a compelling narrative that will satisfy longtime fans and newcomers alike. On the directing front, Sarah Adina Smith is set to direct 3 of the 6 episodes for Season 1, while executive producer Owen Harris will direct the remaining 3. Both bring distinct directorial visions to the table, promising a dynamic and visually captivating series. Expectations and anticipation. As fans eagerly await more trailers, teasers, and news, the anticipation for A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms continues to grow. The delay to 2026, while initially disappointing to some, could mean the production is taking the necessary time to perfect this chapter in the Game of Thrones saga. Given the massive fanbase and the legacy of the original series, the pressure to deliver a show that meets high expectations is considerable. The choice to explore the Dunk and Egg stories is exciting because it offers fresh narratives in a well-loved universe. These tales delve into themes of friendship, loyalty, and the complexities of knighthood and nobility in Westeros, elements that were deeply cherished in the original series. The smaller scale of the story compared to Game of Thrones may also allow for more character-driven storytelling and nuanced development. Moreover, the setting of a Westeros still ruled by Targaryens and graced by dragons adds a magical and dangerous allure to the series. It's a chance to see how the political landscape and power struggles evolved over time, enriching the overall lore. Conclusion. In summary, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms promises to be a richly woven addition to the Game of Thrones franchise, taking viewers on an enthralling journey back in time to a Westeros filled with knights, dragons, and epic adventures. While the shift to a 2026 winter release means a longer wait, it also signals a commitment to quality storytelling. With George R.R. Martin's direct involvement, the experienced creative team, and a compelling story rooted in Westeros lore, this spin-off is poised to captivate audiences and reignite the magic of the Seven Kingdoms. As the release date approaches, fans are encouraged to revisit the Dunk and Egg novellas to fully immerse themselves in the characters and the era that will come alive on screen. Until then, the newly released trailer and the promise of an early 2026 premiere keep the excitement alive for what could be one of the most anticipated fantasy series of the decade.